Hi, thanks for clicking and welcome back to Telecom Training. Today we have a very exciting topic which is a futuristic subject. We are going to discuss about 11 different KPIs of 5G and beyond 5G or the 6G technology. Okay, so we'll discuss about all these 11 different KPIs that we are targeting in 5G communication, and then moving forward beyond 5G or in 6th generation we are expecting those KPIs to be like this. So that is the point of discussion today. Let's start with the very first KPI, that is the peak data rate. So for 5G the peak data rate is 20 Gbps, okay, and then moving forward we'll be expecting 1 Tbps or terabits per second in 6G communication or beyond 5G. After 5G we can expect the next generation to have a maximum peak data rate capacity of to 1 Tbps. Okay, so that is the major difference between the 5G and the 6G technology. Peak data rate. Now user experience data rate, how much individual user can be experienced, what is the experience of the individual users when they'll use this technology. Definitely under one cell site you have many users, so experiencing 20 Gbps is definitely not possible because that is a theoretical one. Practically you will have some overheads 15 to 20%, or in some network, depends on the radio condition and other things, so overhead can be up to 15 to 20%, and then depending on the number of users you will have the experience of the data rates. But in a host condition, we have taken in a host condition, if there are many users or the cell site is full of the users, at least you can experience 0.1 Gbps. That means 100 Mbps of downlink data per user. So the user experience data rate can be achieved up to 100 Mbps per user, which is a very high capacity. In 4G it is 100 Mbps maximum peak data rate, 100 Mbps, but 100 Mbps we are getting as a user experience data rate in 5G communication. In 6G that will go up to 1 Gbps. Okay, so 1000 Mbps or 1 Gbps will be the user experience data rate, the actual data rate in 6G communication. Now moving to the third KPI, peak spectral efficiency. What would be the spectral efficiency in 5G and 6G communication? In 5G we can experience 30 bits per second per hertz. Okay, so that is the use spectral efficiency. In 6G you will be experiencing double, that means 60 bits per second per hertz. Okay, so more number of if the frequency band is bigger or you have a higher bandwidth, you will experience more spectral efficiency. Okay, next, user experience spectral efficiency would be 0.3 bits per second per hertz, and then in 6G it will be 10 times better. You're getting 3 bits per second per hertz. Okay, so that was the fourth KPI. The fifth one is max bandwidth. So in 5G we can go up to 1 gigahertz maximum bandwidth. However, in 6G we can go up to 100 gigahertz or 0.1 terahertz. So that much will be the bandwidth. Now we are talking about in 4G we are talking about 100 megahertz bandwidth. Now it will go up to 1 gigahertz of maximum bandwidth, and for 6G it will go up to 100 gigahertz, okay, or 0.1 terahertz. Now you can just imagine how much bigger bandwidth income is coming in 6G, so as in 5G. So 5G anyways we are going to experience this in near future, in next 5 years, and in next 10 to 15 years we can expect up to 100 gigahertz of system bandwidth. Okay, now mobility, we know in 5G we can support up to 500 kilometers per hour mobility, which was 300 to 350 kilometers in 4G or LTE. Now in 5G we are supporting 500 kilometers per hour. In 6G it will be double, that means we are experiencing 1000 kilometers per hour. So 1000 kilometers per hour, if someone is moving, we can actually maintain that mobility. Okay, because in 6G communication we are having the aerial sites, we are connecting the satellites. Okay, we are connecting the flying drones, the flying object to the 6G network. That is the reason we need to support that kind of a speed or mobility support also in the system or throughout the system. Okay, that is when we will have 360-degree communication. That is the aim in 6G technology or beyond 5G. Now moving on to the next one, seventh one, that is the reliability. So reliability means number of error packets you received out of the total packets. So in 5G, we'll be experiencing just one error packet out of 1 million packet transmitted. If the network or the UE is transmitting 1 million packets, out of 1 million, just one packet could be an error packet. So that much reliable 5G network is. Okay. Now in 6G, it is even bigger. You will hardly experience any errors from system or from bits. Okay. So that is why we are targeting 1 in a billion. 1 out of a billion packets, you will experience one packet out of a billion, which could be error packet. Okay, so that kind of KPI we are targeting in 5G and 6G, so which is very good, and if this happens, we can do very reliable communication, like we have the ULLC in 5G, ultra reliable low latency communication. So that is why we are targeting this kind of KPI, that out of 1 million, just one packet will be error packet, and in 6G, out of 1 billion packets, just one packet will be an error packet. Now moving on to latency. It is 1 millisecond, which is achievable in 5G, or we are targeting below 1 millisecond latency. Okay. Now in 6G, we are targeting 0.1, or we can say 100 microsecond. So 100 microsecond actually is the target in 6G. So 100 microsecond is again very low latency. Okay. Because that time we are communicating with the satellites, we are having the aerial nodes, we are having terrestrial nodes, we are having the maritime and the naval things coming into the picture in 6G communication. We are communicating with everything in the universe. Whatsoever is required to be communicated, or we can put sensors in anything, we can communicate all those things in 6G. So this kind of latency and this kind of error handling should be there in that network. That's why latency for 5G is 1 millisecond, and then in 6G 100 microseconds we are targeting as the latency. Now connection density. Connection density, earlier in 5G we are having 10 to the power 6, that means 1 million devices. Okay, more than a million devices can be connected within 1 square kilometer. 10 to the power 6 number of devices can be connected to the network within 1 kilometer square. Okay, now that would be 10 to the power 7. Okay, so this is very huge number of devices coming under one node in 6G. Okay, so in 6G radio node, this node will be able to handle 10 to the power 7 number of devices within 1 kilometer square, which is huge. Okay, now the 10th one, area traffic capacity. So in 5G we are achieving 10 megabits per second. So if we take a meter square, 1 meter length, 1 meter breadth, that means 1 meter cube, we can experience up to 10 megabits per second. Okay, 10 Mbps per meter square. That would be 1 Gbps, gigabits per second, in 1 meter square in 6G. So that kind of throughput we are experiencing in 5G, and also in 6G we are targeting 1 Gbps, gigabits per second kind of throughput can be experienced within 1 meter square. Okay, so you can just imagine what kind of network is going to come in next decade or in next 10-15 years. Now the last one for today, the jitter. Okay, if there is a transmission breakthrough or any gap or any jitter happening, so then jitter allowed in 5G network is 10 to 100 microseconds, but in 6G or beyond 5G we can experience just 1 microsecond jitter. Okay, so these are 11 key KPIs that we are targeting in 5G communication. That means we will be able to experience all these KPIs in the next 5 years, and this for the next 10 to 15 years. In 6G we are going to target all these KPIs. Okay, I hope this really helps, and I hope it is an eye-opener for you that how we are going to evolve to the next generation networks. Thank you so much for watching us today. Take good care of yourself till the next one. Those who have not subscribed to our channel, do subscribe for more such interesting updates on the current communication system and also for the futuristic communication systems. And you can give us a thumbs up if you like the video. You can share the videos with your friends, family members who are interested to learn about the communication. Take good care of yourself. Till the next one.